5. Number 5. Yes, Mambo number 5. Let's get sexy today, all right? And I know there is somebody that is less sexy than me, and it's Pog. But today...
I'm more sexier than you, Thunder. What are you talking about?
Hey, no. Don't, okay, let's not start about that, okay? The topic of today, it's not who's the sexiest. Of course, it's me.
It's me. That's why I don't wear a shirt half the time, because I'm too sexy for it, Thunder.
All right. Listen. Y'all can argue all day, but we've got to let the fans decide that. And the comments have been interesting so far. However, I want to keep this rolling. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait until the season finale episode to read out the number 1 comment on whether Dany or Pog is the sexiest. And I want to see you guys post it on Twitter. I want to find out who you guys think is the king of sexy. Is it Poggers? Is it the Thunder? Who's got it more in spades? I mean, if you feel like throwing in the third option of Mr. Sixx, I mean, that's fair, but I don't want to stretch things too far for y'all. Some of y'all might not be able to handle all that, so let's keep it simple between Pog and Dany for now.
All right, sounds good to me.
But, and before you tell us what our subject is today, we've got to pay the bills, and you know how that goes. So you know what that means. It's time to talk about the Corleone Empire. Founded in 2006, the Corleone Empire is Legion. Conceived and launched in 2020, the Mancini Group emerged on the grid to change the entertainment landscape forever. With the wrestling season about to start this August and September, the Corleone Empire has once again shouldered up with Premier Wrestling for 2023 and 2024 and invites you to their weekly shows at the Lionheart Coliseum. Mwah. Really good art. We'll talk about... we've talked about that picture last week. If you're interested about how we feel about it, go check out last week's episode. Yeah. And while you are there, don't forget to check out the Mancini Group Partnership Spotlight booth just inside the entrance and down the hall. To the right. Not to the left, but to the right. We are excited to share our ever-expanding array of affiliates for you to check out. New to our list of sponsors is the creative genius of Kennedy Fairlane Studios, the awe-inspiring artistry of Jim Perez, Prees as it is pronounced in my notes here, and Indigo Queen Zamani's intriguing dating service and more. Ooh. The Mancini Group, in partnership with the Corleone Empire, rocking and rolling your ordinary second life with character, quality, vision, and trust. The Corleone way, the only way. Every time. The Corleones are so cool. They've got a dating service now. Finally, I can sign you two up so you guys can stop bickering about who's sexier.
It would be me.
I disagree.
It's me, Thunder. Look at you. You look like a fool right now.
In any case, I'm Joey Sixx. This is Pog. That's Dany. Dany, what are we talking about today?
All right, today we are gonna talk. Who's the second? No.
It's me, Thunder. We already know this.
I'm kidding. Today we are gonna talk about, of course, members of Attitude and Overload, but specifically, we are going to talk about the people that are good with the microphone, not the microphone skills. Today, it's a little bit different than the first episode. But today, we're going to talk about the managers. The ones that help make performers the great moment and make them live the perfect moment to get the win, play dirty, or just to win fair, and make sure the client gets the win.
So, like me and Billy.
Billy?
Yes.
Does he need a treat?
He talks to me only.
Okay. In your dreams. Because I don't
If he talks to you, Thunder, it would melt your little mind.
Well, I wish it doesn't happen. But anyway. Broskies. Who's your pick? I want to hear some.
Who are you talking about? The managers?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got quite the list to pick of. We've got, of course, the lovely rivalry between Fire and Sabrina for being two of the longest standing ladies in the business of management. Those two fight like cats and dogs. I mean, and their clients fight like cats and dogs. We've got Alistair now. We've got DJ Quick. We've got, good lord, we've got quite a roster of managers to talk about, and we've got to pick who's the best of we.
And there's Rebel as well.
Oh God!
And
yeah.
Rose was a manager at one point in time as well.
Yeah, she recently was leading her client, Miss Mika, and of course there was me for a minute with Brandon Exito. Holla at your boy, the king of after party. Well, shout out. But
See, Thunder, you're leaving people out already.
But the best manager. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Fire this time, and because yes, on commentary, I know last week I picked Flex over her on commentary, and boy, she about ready to give me a. I let's just say I still have tequila shards in my hair that I need to pick out. But I think she's probably the number one manager, and I will explain, because every time she comes out and represents her client, she gets the fans hyped for her. I mean, think about Wish for a moment. Wish is a great performer, and her stuff, the Wish granted stuff's great and everything, but with Fire beside her, she's become she's ready to become a champion. Like, I'm waiting to see Wish versus Venna next season. That would be a good storyline, because the queen of the Wish granting, it would not be anything with... Well, she would be something. I should say this right. She wouldn't be where she is today without the party gal. And the two of them together, when they get out and they dance together and everything, I think that's the coolest thing ever. Plus, just... she's one of the few managers that knows how to take care of her client without having to do the dirty tricks, without having to cheat to help her client win.
But that's part of the fun, Joey.
I didn't have to do anything except talk smack to get my client the shot, and that's what Fire can do. Fire knows how to rile people up with just her voice. She doesn't need to hand somebody a pogo stick. She doesn't need to hand somebody a chair or anything. Like, good lord, you talked about Billy. Billy wouldn't be anything for you except a freaking club with a strange talking accent. He got real quiet there. I think he's planning to kill me. Someone help!
No, absolutely not. Just listening, and then I will decide.
I was talking about Pog there, but I don't know.
I'm
gonna...
Sorry, I had a message from the other side.
Yeah.
Billy's planning my demise as we speak. Maybe I should. Dany, can I bunk with you? I don't feel safe walking home tonight.
Oh,
No one
absolutely.
can escape my gaze.
All right.
I got my hammer here just in case it's needed.
Yeah, and this bong is
You
pretty
think that
heavy.
hammer will take me out, Thunder?
Let's not find out here. But yeah.
Yeah, better not.
I
Unless we
will
want the table destroyed.
I love all the managers, but I have a special place in my heart for the party gal. From one party man to party gal out there, I'm gonna go with Fire as the top manager. So, all right, Mr. Hoodoo, your voodoo. Who do you think is the best manager?
I'm gonna tell you this one. And I'm going to go with Sabrina. She's not afraid to get the job done, unlike a lot of these other fools. And she makes each opponent that steps within her client's ring look foolish. And that's what I love. When people make others look like foolish idiots, like I would do with Thunder if he ever stepped in the ring with me. And she had Miss Dany as a client. What did she do? She was the champ. And now she's got Natty. And I think that she could win the belt soon. Now, I'm not saying that Fire isn't a good manager or nothing. She is. But one thing Sabrina has over Fire is she's not afraid to get the job done and do what is needed to get it done. If she needs to hit a ref, she'll do it. If she needs to take a bump, she'll do it. I've seen it happen. Especially one from Kia, the Shield Maiden herself. Who can sit there and say they've done that as a manager?
I mean, Fire got into the ring and actually took on a former Attitude and now Rise wrestler by the name of Barbie, and was handled herself. So you want to talk about people taking bumps? Fire actually got in the ring. So
Barbie and Kia are two different animals, Joey. That's like comparing a coyote against a bear.
Okay.
Which one would you rather fight, the coyote or the bear?
Neither, personally, but, what do I know? But,
exactly.
Okay. I see your point. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm hoodooing your voodooing. I see where you're coming from here. But...
Oh, he's going on fire over there.
He's giving his points. He's giving his reasoning. I'm still standing by my girl. Like,
something to say over there, Thunder?
I got nothing to say for now, because we need to mention our sponsors first.
Oh,
yes.
that is very fair. Wow, you're getting better at checking the times than I am. All right, that's right. It's time for our second commercial spot, which means we need to talk about the Corleone Empire and Mancini Group's other choice that they'd love to talk about. The Mancini Group, in partnership with the Corleone Empire, is pleased to announce another quality sponsorship to their realm, Kennedy Fairlane Studios. Kennedy Fairlane, more commonly known as Buttercup in World, has been in Second Life dating all the way back to 2006, just as long as the Corleone Empire. Check out her info board in the Mancini Group Spotlight booth inside the Lionheart Coliseum and link yourself to Kennedy's marketplace offerings and studio presence on the grid. Though both avenues, you will discover a whole new world of quality products and services, including the unparalleled photo morphing artistry that only Kennedy can do. Let Kennedy work some magic on your visual persona. Her vision and artistry is unrivaled. We promise you will be amazed. Kennedy Fairlane Studios, a Mancini Group preferred product and service provider. Wow. So I might have to go to them because, man, I need my profile picture glamored up and very, like, I gotta get some new, what do they call those shots in acting where you're, I can't think of the term, and now it's gonna bug me.
The background?
No. It's, you've got to get, like, headshots. That's the word. You've got to have I need some new headshots for when I hire new clients and everything. They need to know how wonderfully amazing the king of the after party, the lord of the smoke, and the one who's got yours would be as a manager for them. But we're talking about other managers today. And so I'm with my pick Fire. Pog is with his pick of Sabrina. So why don't you give us a little bit of your rundown there, broski, and then maybe we
now,
can decide.
Before he gives his rundown, I want to say this.
Here it goes.
Hey, you watch your mouth, Thunder, before you get a fist in it. But I will say this: my other pick would have been Alistair. It's because he's also not afraid to actually get the real job done, no matter the cost. And I still want to read that book.
Okay. Now we're getting seconds as well. All right, fine. You want to play this game, Mr. Hoodoo?
Yeah, let's play it. Let's go.
Let's go top two then. We'll do top two today. So, my number one is Fire. You know my number two? DJ Quick. That's right. Say it with me now. We're talking about a guy who is quicker on the mic, almost as quick as I am, no pun intended. We're talking about a guy who can get the fans absolutely riled up from just his pronounce. And you talk about clients for a moment. We've talked about Alistair and his working with the Morgan. We've talked about Fire and Wish. We've talked about Dany with her lovely, lovely manager Sabrina. But Karma Star. Karma Star is a legend. Karma Star is probably one of the top women wrestlers of all time. And she proves herself every time she goes out there. And with DJ Quick, she's only gotten better. She is like future. You want to talk about that Natty might be a future champion? Karma Star is going to be a future champion in Premier, hands down. I guarantee you. I'll put money on it. Within three seasons, Karma Star will be champion. I'll put my bottom dollar on it. You feeling confident, Poggy? You feeling froggy? Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about who you think's gonna be able to match that. Cause I don't.
If she doesn't win a belt in 3 seasons, I want you to sign this contract off camera.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
And we're not going to use ink either.
Oh, you're gonna play. All right, fine. I'll get a contract for you loaded up there, sir. You think I don't have some? I don't care how nasty your hoodoo magic is. I know lawyers, and I'm talking about the kind of lawyers that will have you wrapped up in so much legal paperwork you'll be seeing red tape for the next 10 years. You want to go? Let's go.
It wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last.
Whatever. All right, Dany, you take it away before I end up getting in a fight.
Yeah, before I get confused. So we went from 2 names to 4, or I just pick the first name?
The first names. Let's keep it
First
simple.
one, all right.
We were just arguing to argue because that's the point of this show is to argue.
Absolutely. Don't fight, okay? Because then we need to buy this stuff all over again. So you make me choose between Fire and Sabrina.
Yes.
This is tough. Okay? This is really, really tough. Both of them have, first of all, a great microphone skill. And when they step in the ring with their clients, they make the difference. They can give what sometimes a performer cannot have. They prefer to stay quiet. They prefer facts. They just prefer to make moves in the ring. But sometimes you need the voice. And they are a great voice for the performers, the wrestlers. It's a tough decision because they are on the same level. Alright? And since you two just decide to make this big confrontation, you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do, Thunder?
Let me finish.
You let me finish.
Let me finish. Well, you didn't even start. Alright.
Let me finish.
Alright.
Okay,
Go
I'm
ahead.
finished.
Okay, cool. Then can I finish now?
No. Yes,
What?
you can finish.
Okay. Thank you. So, in the previous episode, we mentioned Fire as, being part of the best commentator team. But this week, I'm gonna give that little 1 point plus to Sabrina, and then we make them fight in the middle of the ring to see who's the best. Of course, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What do you mean you're kidding?
Oh man, I'd pay good money to see Fire. And
That's
Sabrina
what the people
throw
want to
hands.
see. Sabrina versus Fire Ember.
Can we have a
And a
manager
steel
battle
cage
royale?
match. Wrapped in nothing but barbed wire, so there's no escape.
Oh man! All right, we need to call the booking
And
committee.
then their managers will be Natty and Wish.
All right, fine, but I get to open the match with a hardcore match with me and Alistair.
But you don't want to be the special guest referee.
No, that's what you're gonna be there for.
Yes. I'll make sure it goes off without a hitch.
And what I'm gonna do, the commentator in that case?
Yes.
Yeah, you get.
Both of you will be.
All right. I'm gonna bring Bolty as well. Anyway, let's try to finish this episode before it gets too late and we get kicked out of the building. Yes, I'd go with Sabrina.
Yes.
Just by the experience, and the impact. And then we just wait for the fight, because I know for sure Fire is gonna give me a kick. But hey, fire. Don't take it personally. Huh? We mentioned last week. Good job. Now it's 1-on-1 with Sabrina. Let's finish that on a wrestling match, and we will be there to watch.
But I
Props
will
to
say
Sabrina.
this: Fire is a good manager.
Oh yes.
The only
yeah.
reason why I picked Sabrina is because there's that little bit of wickedness that she just will cross. And I think Fire will not cross that line yet.
Black magic woman.
But she's great. Fire is great. As
Yes.
we said last week, she's absolutely great. That's it.
Well, looks like I lost this week. That's all right though. There's always next week. Speaking of which, tune in next time where Mr. Pog here, Pognac, will take over and decide the topic, and me and Danny will get to shoot our shot at proving who's the best.
Yes. You don't want to miss this.
Alright, with that being said, I'm Joey Sixx.
I'm Dany Thunder.
I'm Pognac, the Voodoo Man.
And this has been The Business at Pink Moon Estates, signing off.